Head baseball coach Jason Beverlin. Coach, fall practice, pretty much 1 week in the books. Just talk a little bit about how things have been going so far.
I think it's been outstanding so far. I think out of all the years I've been here, this has probably been the most intensity I've seen in the fall in each of the first 5 years.
Coach, let's go around the horn here. First, let's start with your pitching staff. Alex is back this year, was number 2 last year. You got Clint, number 1 saves last year. Just talk a little bit about having that rotation and what you're doing in the fall to kind of get the 1, 2, and 3 set. And you already pretty much know Clint's your guy coming out of the pen.
Right. I think whether it's pitching or position players, the big thing in the fall is to teach. We do a lot of teaching in the fall and try and establish, proper mechanics, what to do in certain situations, a lot of team defense. I think once we establish those things, then it's easier in the spring to just more game management, how to call pitches, so on and so forth. So, right now I think it's just attacking more of the fundamental things and doing a lot of teaching.
Talk a little bit about some of the guys during the off season and what they've done and what you had them do to kind of get ready for coming into the fall.
I think the biggest thing up to this point is the strength and conditioning program these guys have been on. They've really been getting after it in the weight room because we start later, being down in Florida where there's great weather. It's important to get in the weight room and establish that base of strength. So now that we start fall practice, it minimizes the injury risk.
Coach, you got guys like Wilkes back, you got Olszewski, Middleton, Sims. Just talk a little about that infield and what you're looking to stabilize this season.
Yeah, I definitely think Demetrius coming back is going to be big. Jamil being back also, Mendelare, Carballo. A lot of pieces on the infield where last year it was, we were a little raw and a little bit young on the infield. I think this year is definitely going to be an area where we can draw on those guys for, the experience they got from last year.
This is a championship caliber team coming back from last year, made it to the championship series. How much is that will and that hunger there after getting it and being there to taste it just right there and then having it taken away by family, and how much hunger has been instilled in these guys from that?
I think, the guys that return have done an unbelievable job. Just letting the new guys know what we're all about. And really the new guys, though, I think this is the difference. The new guys had a little bit of that in them coming into it, and that's kind of what it takes. You don't want to have to take a whole year to try and let them figure out what your program's all about. They've really embraced it from day one, so they've kind of accelerated that learning curve a little bit.
Coach, you lose a guy like Jordan Robinson and Munoz. Just talk about who's willing to step up and be that senior leader this year.
I think on the pitching staff, German Hernandez, Siebold, Clint, they've done an excellent job. Position player-wise, I think Carballo's done an excellent job stepping up. Middleton, Clay at catcher has done an excellent job. Mendelare on the infield. Like I said, all those guys they're still young. They're sophomores, juniors. But getting that full year of experience, I think, has really helped and paid dividends this year.
Coach, never one to shy away from games. Ohio State, Miami as usual, Florida. Just talk about the schedule this year and just the fact that Bethune-Cookman every year within the MEAC plays probably, well, without a doubt, the toughest non-conference schedule.
Yeah, I think it's really important to play that kind of schedule to get where we want to go, and that is to compete in a regional and win a regional. It doesn't do us any good to shy away from competition like that all year long and then be awestruck when we go to a regional. So, it's definitely going to make us better. Like I said, hopefully the guys last year have learned, what it's all about, playing in Louisville and teams in Florida that are outstanding, and you know, this year is going to be no different. And you know, I think this year we're a little more set up to handle our schedule. You know, I think we'll compete obviously a lot better than we did last year, and you know, as a result of the experience and the guys we brought in.
Coach, last question. Talk about what you and your staff did during the off season to kind of get ready for this year. What's some things that you worked on as a staff?
You know, immediately after the season, you just reflect and see what you can do better, you know, and try and tweak some things. So, you know, that initially that's what we do. Then, you know, you take that time off, you recharge your batteries, and then just get back to having a lot of fun teaching these guys what it's all about. You know, I think that's it. You know, making them better baseball players, helping them get their degree, and making them better people. At the end of the day, they do those three things, we win a lot of baseball games.
Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot. One word to describe BCU baseball in 2016.
I would have to say dedicated. I think these guys are dedicated to what they're doing, and it's definitely going to pay off. We're going to see a different product on the field this year.
Hey, Coach Jason Beverlin, thank you so much.